Gamer, do you know Castlevania? Unfortunately, I think the only thing keeping this series relevant right now is the anime. And quite frankly, I just want to say this. Look, Richter is like one of my favorite Castlevania characters, and I watched the first episode of Castlevania Nocturne.
That makes absolutely no sense.
No, that's not Richter. I'm sorry. That's not Richter. He doesn't have enough swag. He has like anime cool guy-ness to him, which I do not like.
Absolutely no sense.
So forget all that anime stuff. We're going to be talking about the games. As you may know, Konami, they have recently began a new initiative of bringing back some of their older stuff, right? We got Metal Gear Solid Delta coming out, the first Metal Gear project since Kojima left. We have the Silent Hill 2 remake, which was like a big deal when it came out. Got some Game Awards nominations and stuff. So I am just putting this video out there as just a way to be like, come on Konami, like throw us Castlevania fans a bone, you know? I'm gonna get into it, but I think there's a couple reasons why this series is kind of hard to bring back, and I do think it would have to evolve to exist in, you know, as a new modern game. But there's a couple examples I want to get into that I think it would be able to do that. But first, I just want to show you, because if you're my age or any younger than me, odds are you have not really played much of these Castlevania games. And I think the fact that I watched a bunch of 30-year-old YouTubers when I was young who were really nostalgic for the NES, that was why I got interested in Castlevania, especially James Rolfe, AVGN. His Castlevania retrospective series is legendary. I still quote that to this day.
There's a fucking pork chop in this wall. I would so eat it.
Let's talk about Castlevania a little bit. Now, we're gonna go do a little Google search real quick, okay? When was the last Castlevania game released? The last Castlevania game to be released was Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. And this game was released in 2014. Nearly, oh my gosh, not nearly, over 10 years ago. It has been over 10 years since we saw a true new Castlevania game. That is an utter tragedy. The problem with these games is that this was a weird experimentation in like a reboot of Castlevania. It's a sequel to Lords of Shadow, obviously, which was like a reboot, but they made it into an action brawler, like God of War, Devil May Cry, that type of thing. And in my opinion, a modern redoing of Castlevania does not need to be that, but I'll get into that more as we go on. Let's take a look back. Okay, let's take a little look back at some of the games from this franchise. Check this out. So we're getting off to a good start. You can see even the menu music is like that opening was like a chiptune version of a song. Don't even get me started on the music. We're gonna get there, okay? We're gonna get there to the music. It's so distracting though, isn't it? Okay, let's get in here. Okay, so all you kids out there, I want you to take a look at that date. 1987. This game is that old, okay? And this is where the franchise started. Look at that strut. This is going to be a good introduction for everyone who's never heard of this franchise. That's the Belmont strut, as they call it. Now, wow. What an amazing opening, I have to say. So many things are happening right now, okay? First of all, the music. Okay, so yes, this is a great theme. This is the like Castlevania song, and look how different game design was back in the day. All you have is the buttons to move and then jump and whip. And every kid who ever bought this game, you just turn it on and you just start pressing the buttons, and you realize these are the two things you can do. You can jump and whip. What's on the screen? Candle. Whip the candle. Look at that. Oh, you get an item. Wow. And so they're not telling you press A to jump, press B to whip. You should try whipping the candles to get items. They don't have to tell you that because you're not an idiot. This is a game with two buttons, so you're just gonna press both of them and see what they do. So now we're fully kitted. We got 15 hearts, which are the ammo in this, not health. And they're ammo for your little sub weapon here, which you throw. I got a knife. You hold up and press B and throw it. Now, gamer tip, check this out. Oh, I didn't get it. If you jump past the doorway and land, there is a bag of money for points. For some reason, this game still has points. But when I tell you, I've played through this opening level so many times, I basically have it memorized. Like, check this out. There's about to be like a panther up on a staircase, and he's gonna jump down at me. Ready? Oh, look at that. And then you do whatcha! That's how you get him. You gotta crouch and turn around. The iconic Castlevania stairs. If you don't know anything about Castlevania, you know the stairs are a huge part of it because they're so hard to maneuver. Right now, also, I picked up a different sub-weapon from the candle. You see I have a little clock at the top of the screen. This is the most... just as I'm talking about it. The problem with old games, man. Can't trust them. The thing is with this game, though, is that they kind of give you the sub-weapon for the proper situation. If you notice there, that Jaguar was down there, so if I would have thrown this, it would have landed and hit him perfectly, right? But the problem with that is the clock just freezes everything, so it's the most overpowered item. Like that little secret block there? Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Every enemy in this game is mainly like a one-hit kill, you know? These guys are just endlessly respawning. I love this game. The music is so good. It's so moody. You know, if you think about how limited the technology was that this game was made on, they were trying to create the... Oh, my camera stopped. Oh, I lost the turkey. Oh, that's tragic. I paused it to adjust my camera and the turkey despawned. What kind of shit is that? That's the only form of health, is secret wall turkey or wall chicken. I think, according to the manual, it's meant to be like a leg of ham. There we go, we got this back. I'm gonna show you how this works. Boom. So you see, he's just frozen. And you kill him easily. And this sub-weapon will absolutely delete some bosses. This was new shit. Back in the day, they're starting actually from absolute zero, so they were just coming up with shit. This entire game, there's no well, okay, there's inspiration behind this game, but I mean, in reference to other games, nothing was like this. This is just a 2D action platformer. All games were like this, now that I think about it. It's just, I appreciate so much how original and cool this is. I think you could argue that some of the stuff in this game is unintentional, how good it is. Like the Belmont strut is kind of, you know, just an animation quirk because they just wanted him to have a clear sprite. I don't know. It's iconic. It gives him aura, as the kids say. Now stop. You see what I'm seeing? There's a giant bat. Oh man. Okay, so we got the axe. We're gonna hit this block. Oh, pick up the 2. Now for every axe we throw, it does double damage. And we're gonna light this man up. Pretty much you can just stand here and wail on him. I'm not gonna lie to you. And he's dead. So yeah, a bit of a pushover. And the iconic orb. Oh, look at that high score. 19,630 points. Now look at this vibe. You don't just go to the next level, you get this. It's a map. You're heading up Dracula's castle. I love this game. I really do. Okay, so I could sit here and beat this whole game in one go, but I'm not going to. We're going to move on because I have some other buyer shit to show you. Now, this right here. This is also one of the last cool things that Konami did in 2007. They made the Dracula X Chronicles for the PSP, and it's a full remake with 3D graphics of the game I'm about to show you, Castlevania Rondo of Blood. It wasn't a widely released game because it was on something called the PC Engine in Japan, but if you play the remake on this PSP version, you can unlock the original game in the settings, and that is what I'm going to show you. Now watch this shit. Tell me they weren't cooking when they made this. Yeah! You see how moody? It's quiet. It's Richter alone. Who's that? Oh no, it's Death. Come here! Be gone, beast! Oh shit. Oh! How do I dodge that? Come here, you fucker. Oh. Oh, next time it won't be so easy. Listen to this music. Dude, why the fuck did Castlevania Nocturne not start off like this, bro? Imagine the fucking thunder and lightning, the rain coming down on the ropes, and Death shows up. You gotta fight Death. What an amazing start to a show. Richter's gotta storm the city. He's showing up. Oh no, the town's on fire. It's overrun by fucking zombies. And this music playing in the background. You know the worst part about the anime is that they don't have the music from the game because they would have to pay separately for the license. You little gamers out there might notice this level is like exactly the town from Castlevania 2. And just look at the evolution of the formula. This is basically the same as the NES game, but it's just on another level. Look at that! He jump scares you. Also look at this, Richter can backflip. And it actually is useful. He just looks so badass and cool. Oh man, that Richter sprite is so good. You see how they kept the strut? He walks the same way as the NES. Oh, I'm just rambling because I love this game so much. I think this is probably my favorite 2D Castlevania. Also, there's like a... Yeah, look at that. Fuck yes, it just breaks the fucking sound chip. Let's do it again, fuck it. Yeah, rock man, fuck you. Oh, look in the background. Oh my god. Isn't this cool how it's almost like an homage to the first game? You got the entrance to the castle right here. Oh, but it's guarded by somebody. A purple dragon! No, I might die here because I got stupidly hit. Oh, yeah. I might die here. Oh. Let me lock in. Hiya! Let's go. Come on. We're gonna collect the orb, just like in the NES game. Yeah, baby! No, it's funny, it's not as obnoxious. God grant me strength! And wait, we gotta hear this music. We're gonna move on, but... Play this shit at the club, bro. Okay, as far as games go, there's a ton I could show you. I kind of wanted to show off Castlevania Curse of Darkness for the PS2, but I'll leave that one for you guys to experience yourself. I am going to talk about it a little bit, though, because the last thing I wanted to mention here is that Castlevania as a series, I actually don't think it could come back the way that it was, because the people who made it have moved on. And what I mean is that the original director of Castlevania, the original artist of Castlevania, and the original composer of Castlevania have all worked on the successor series called Bloodstained. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night and Bloodstained Curse of the Moon are both Castlevania homages. Ritual of the Night is like a Metroidvania, like Symphony of the Night, and Curse of the Moon is like a classic NES style Castlevania. I really love both of these games. They're amazing. And some of the artists involved, you see them right here. So the artists involved with this series are insane. You've got Koji Igarashi, the original guy from Castlevania 1, who's been there since the beginning. He is a main designer on this game. You have Ayami Kojima. Now, when I tell you, might be my favorite artist of all time. Ayami Kojima is an absolute legend. It's crazy to me how like an old Japanese woman has made this insane art for a video game and a bunch of other stuff like books and stuff that like grabs me. I want to show you if you go on to, I have this link, I have this webpage pulled up right here, which I can link in the description. It also is on Internet Archive. There is a collection of her artwork that is, it's incredible. I have had a tab open on my computer so that every time I'm at my computer, I just open up one of these images and I just leave it there. Because these drawings are more than just something you look at. These paintings are meant to be taken in. All the little detail, all the textures. This is multimedia, not just acrylic paint. There's physical shit. These are all pictures of canvases. It's insanity to me. Like this. So this isn't full res. Obviously, this is like a scan somebody did from a physical book, and that's why the watermark is here. If you read that little paragraph, it's talking about that. You notice that in all of her pieces, they have this really deep textured look. And actually, I can show this. My desktop wallpaper is the Castlevania Symphony of the Night artwork, and you can see around where this bird is, that texture is from the paint itself being like plastered and textured onto the canvas. The fact that this image is a picture of a canvas is insane to me. I love having this as my desktop wallpaper. I oogle at it every time I turn on my PC. It's just crazy. So Ayami Kojima, if I could ever contact you, I would let you know. You really have affected me with your artwork. It is masterful. No, another person that's no slouch at all is Michiru Yamane. The music. God, the music. You heard me jamming out. Okay, I can't play these games without absolutely going crazy over the music. It's a major reason to even play the games, is just to hear the music and experience the vibes. Castlevania really represents to me art in video games. It's not just about the game. It's amazing. The NES Castlevania games and Rondo of Blood are these simple games. As far as how it's played, the mechanics are you walk left and right, you jump, and you attack. But with the music and the art, just everything about these games is just so lovely. So I'm gonna rattle off two quick things really quick. Konami, hire this man. Modern Castlevania reboot. Castlevania Rondo of Blood remake in 3D, fully 3D game. Camera similar to the God of War games, right? But it's not about combos. This game is going to be about reflexes, platforming. I want it to be just like the NES games. Most of the enemies are one hit, but when they hit you, it fucking hurts and you get knocked back. When I say over like God of War style camera, don't think about it like that. It's more pulled back, you know, like a character action game. It's more about like the precision of whipping people, one-shotting people. Boom, boom, boom. You're just whipping shit, jumping around. I want to see the backflips. I want to see some sturdy platforming, you know what I mean? 3D environments, like similar to Curse of Darkness. It's a large Metroidvania style map in Dracula's castle, baby. Literally just take Rondo of Blood, turn it into a third-person action platformer. That's all I'm saying. And if you did that, those new age fans who like the anime, they would come in to see Richter and they would learn the real Richter, you know? Also, you gotta hire back the original artist, but I know that's a pipe dream. So I'm gonna end off this video because I definitely have been rambling for way too long with the best Castlevania song of all time and something that really helped me kindle my relationship with this franchise when I was a child. Peace out.
Dracula, I am Bacula to lay the smacula. Like great grandpa Trevor, whipping hearts, inhaling zombie farts. I'll find your body parts so I can put you back together. I'll race all over the place, and when I find your face, I'm gonna smack his back and slip and stop. I got your nose and I bound your toes and your elbows and your tiny penis. Oh my God, it's so tiny.